I've only got 300 subscribers because I've got a Porsche Cayman. Hi there, in the car with Max Revs. Woohoo! Oh yes, there we go. I had a guy who's been giving me really some positive comments on my videos, and he's asked that I do a video in my car. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Woo! Second gear. Oh yes! Today I'd like to talk to you about my Porsche Cayman 987 Gen 2 and why I think it's the sweetest car. Now, caveats, okay? I don't have £1 million. I'm not rich. I have to work for a living. I'm not famous. I'm not going to inherit loads of money. It is what it is, okay? So, on that basis, the Porsche Cayman R, great car, lovely. The 981 is brilliant, okay? Some of the comments I had were from people saying I was just dissing the car. No, specifically, if you're on a budget, as I am, okay, you've got to try and get the best bang for your buck. And for me, the purpose of my other video was to say the 987 Gen 2, that I think is the sweet spot. Don't get me wrong, if Porsche called me up and said they're going to give me a free car, I'd get the GTS edition, I'd have a Cayman R, I would lap it up, okay? So don't get me wrong. When it's my cold-earned cash on the road, on the line, okay, that's when I'm going to be a bit more cautious with my decision making. I've got my Cayman in the manual. I'd have loved flappy paddles on this car. Unfortunately, the 987 Gen 2, the only kind of PDK equipped gearbox it came out with, had these stupid buttons on the steering wheel. A lot of people said you accidentally pressed the buttons, it wasn't a great place to have the switch gear. Flappy paddles behind the wheel every time for me. As I said, on the 987 Gen 2 it wasn't an option, so I went for the manual. Plus, to be fair, because I'm not driving in traffic every day, I don't mind going through the gears. I mean, if I was commuting to work, stop-start traffic, I could imagine myself getting tired of the manual gearbox. But for me, you know, third, fourth gear, I'm always playing between the two. Second gear to give it some welly, that's me done really. So why do I like this car? So I'm an average Joe, I've got an average job, work behind a desk. This car is the closest I think an average person can come to a fantastic car. It's absolutely awesome for the money. It's unlike any car in the price bracket. In fact, one of the comments I only got a couple of days ago was a guy with an Audi TT, and he just picked up a used Cayman. Sorry, I don't actually know your name off the top of my head. And he just said the Cayman was on another league altogether compared to the TT. It's so well put together. My detailer actually said to me when he's detailing the car, he said Porsches in general are well-made cars. They're really well put together. He actually took off my rear bumper to actually detail the back box. You can see that on another video I've got out there. And literally, the guy sees cars day in, day out, all the brands, top-end Italian Exotica, and he does say the Porsche do know how to put together a car. So the build quality is fantastic. I get no rattles, no squeaks. It's just so well put together. The car's 9 years old, and to me, it's as good as a new car, okay? I have no problem saying I bought this car used, and for me, it's about doing the best you can for your budget. With the Porsche Cayman, when I'm booting it through roundabouts, going over uneven surfaces, I don't get any flex in the chassis, and that to me is a sign of a well-made car. You know, that's exactly why a Lamborghini will have a carbon fibre tub. It's all about structural rigidity and getting a stiff chassis. These seats are actually the sports seats. I'd highly recommend that option. Just happened to be on the used car that I purchased. Really supportive, really, really supportive. Into second. There we go. Give it some welly. There we go. Oh yes! Coming out of corners is great in this car. I find the brakes are very progressive. Brakes and the throttle response. Real nice little motion in there. Let's see if I can take it to the red line in second. There we go. There you go. Hit the red line. Chassis nice and firm. However, the ride is not jarring, okay? If you go over a few bumps, you're not going to be seeing the dentist because your fillings have come out, okay? It's a pretty supple ride. It doesn't have the PASM, I don't like that. It's basically the fixed suspension setup. And I tell you what, this Oh man, you know what? It just doesn't get any better than this. It's about, I tell you what, Max Revs, one of my sayings is enjoying life and cars to the max, okay? I know what control I have over my life. I don't have a spare £1 million, I don't have a spare £100,000, I don't even have a spare £50,000, okay? So with whatever money you've got, what you can get your hands on, just make the most of it. And this car, I genuinely feel, it just puts that smile on your face. It's a seriously special car. One of the things about the actual chassis is clearly the Boxster came first, and the chassis was stiff enough to actually suit the Boxster. So normally with a car, they'll make the coupe first with a hard top, they'll then cut the roof off and have to stiffen the chassis. The Boxster came first, which means the chassis was stiff enough without a roof. So when they put the roof on top, the structural rigidity actually just went up a notch, okay? So the car started off the right way, you know. It had the chassis design in there. Gen 2, you know, second time round on the 987. Oh, it's just a great car. So absolutely great car, very happy with it. I'm going to sum it up: Porsche Cayman, steering, the chassis, the engine. Yeah, we could always do with more power. So it's got 320 brake horsepower. Yeah, sure, you know, I'd love more power in this car. Give me 450, oh, fantastic, but it is what it is, okay? There's a certain point in your life where you just reach into your 40s, you've had your kids, you just want to let your hair down a bit, you want to remember what it was like to have fun. And let's be honest, okay, when you've got a family, spending money on a car, there's quite a few other things you could probably spend your money on, which would probably be better for your family overall, okay? The way I see it, you need to look after yourself, okay? You need to be the best person you can be, so the people around you get to see the best of you. And I think when you're at your best, that's when you're the happiest. And you know what? You're the best for other people as well. No one wants to be nobody wants to be around a miserable sod, okay? There's some people out there bitter and twisted, beat up, can't do this, can't do that. You're not going to get through life with a negative attitude. So my belief is, look after yourself, have a positive attitude, do the best that you can, do the best for yourselves, and keep it real, okay? As I said, don't lust after things that are totally not going to happen, okay? I'm not saying to have small dreams, dream big, okay, but keep it real as well. So, you know, yeah, I'd love to have a Lamborghini, you know, give me a Huracan any day. I'd like to have a garage. I don't even have a garage to park my car. So both our cars are out on the road. Our other cars are Honda FRV, family wagon. I'd love to have a garage. So just keep it real, be happy with what you've got, and hey, if you're in the market to get a new car, seriously consider the Porsche Cayman. You know, other cars in the range, it'd be a Cayman, the Nissan 370Z, the Audi TT. I'm totally glad I picked this. I did look into the Nissan and the Audi, and yeah, you know what? This might be the cheapest out of the Porsche range. It's not a 911. Everyone teases, well, not everyone. I've had a few people in my family tease me it's not a 911, but you know what? I don't care. It's a great car. Max Revs, enjoying life and cars to the max.